that they got the experience of pulling through at this type of level of finals. But the Eels for me, make Sharks and Eels.
Did Cody Nikodima make a bad move moving to the Warriors, bro?
No, not really. No, it's just one of those things. You could have said that about Sean Johnson, leaving the Warriors, going to play for the Sharks. He's in the finals. They were there last year. They made it. So, no, not really. He just made that choice, and just one of those things. You live with what you do, and you just carry on and play footy.
Fair enough. Talking about footy, yeah, I'm quite excited about the, and I know a lot of the ladies would be quite excited about their games, which kick off today, eh? Hey, Rino?
Yeah, that's right. So, excited. Look, last year, if anything to go by what last year brought with the 14 competition, we love that kind of state of origin girls game that took place early in the year. And, yeah, I'm excited for the 14s. They're showing some of the young talent, and that's what the game's about, is bringing this youngster into the game and having to go at the 13 man or lady game, and maybe a career for some of these ladies. Most of the ladies obviously work, but you got the odd ones who do it as a professional career. I can't wait to see Honey Hidemi get out there for the Warriors.
Yes.
He's going through a few things personal with the whānau, but, mate, I'm excited. Huge fan of the ladies' game, and just seeing the ladies going out there, bringing on some of the big hits, maybe bigger than the Tāne game, bro.
The Dragons, I think, are probably, going in to the season as maybe the favourites, from what I heard. They've got some big hitters, such as, what's that girl, Moala, and also Whitarika. Two of the biggest hitters in the Kiwi team. So, they're obviously two girls to watch out for playing for the Dragons. What do you reckon there, Reno?
Yeah, Dragons, Broncos. I'm a big fan of Kizzy Epps. Love watching her play and everything like that. And you're right, they've got some big hitters in the game. Then you got the Roosters, Warriors one as well. Big hitters right across the paddock. And, yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to watch some of this. Broncos obviously winning the inaugural year last year. And, mate, they've had some good stars. The little Kiwi half as well. So it's unearthed some big names that'll be around for a little while. And, yeah, I'm all over the girls' comp. Good to see.
Roosters play the Warriors later on today. Their AJT, which that kicks off at least this season. Should be a good game. What do you reckon, JT?
Mate, can you stop recording, because I'm going to say something which I'll never ever say. Go the Warriors. Both sides usually with class. I just think hopefully the Warriors. The Roosters a little bit unsettled after last year. They've got some new players in the Roosters. One of my favourite players, Uppy Nichols, is at fullback, so hopefully they can get across the line. And tomorrow, I think the Broncos.
Up against the Dragons.
A couple of names, Vika and Fotu Moala, they're both shipped across to the Dragons, so that should be interesting in itself. So today, 3:05 here in Queensland, Australian time, the Warriors and the Roosters at Amy Park, and tomorrow at Suncorp, it's the Broncos and the Dragons. But out of those four teams, I can't stand the Roosters and the Dragons. I'll say it again, go the Warriors. 2019, it's our year.
2019. Warriors, 2019. Didn't I say that 2 years ago?
You said 5 years ago, Keith.
I don't think it was 5. I wasn't saying that 5 years ago.
We're still waiting.
Hey, we might get it this year with our Warriors women. 2019. Warriors. Let's go. Let's go. Isn't that what they say? Let's go.
It's gone, Warriors.
We'll talk a little bit about the rugby also, because I tell you what, there was some great. Well, I watched the Hawkes Bay game, Hawkes Bay Waikato, Waikato. I mean, Hawkes Bay Waikato.
Shocking, Captain.
Sorry, people. Hawkes Bay Waikato, which happened up there actually. In Hamilton, that game was. What a great game. Hawkes Bay were able. Boy, it was so close throughout the whole game. Hawkes Bay have yet to have beaten one of the bigger teams, and boy, they're leading the competition in a big way. And that I guess you could call it an upset from Hawkes Bay in that particular game. Just goes to show that they could be on a bit of a roll. What do you reckon there, Raa?
Well, yeah, and we always support our neighbours, but it's a bit of a tussle for me because I am a staunch Waikato man as well, and, but I'll always back our neighbours, and, hopefully the black and white hoops, they can, sort of end the year off in a good position. It's always tough for the unions that aren't as big as the Waikatos or the Otagos or the Canterburys and Aucklands, but, they manage to sort of put up the good fight, and they always have that underdog tag, which a lot of fans love. It's probably the Kiwi way. But no, I hope our neighbours sort of take a few more games, and especially in this Rugby World Cup year.
Yeah. What do you reckon there, Rino? Great win by Hawkes Bay, eh?
Yeah, it was, mate. Look, I caught up with the boys from the Magpies on Thursday before the game. I was over in Hamilton at the Novotel, and I bumped into a few of the players. Jason Longy, I've known for a while, and Ash and the boys, and had a good little cordial. We had breakfast together that morning. They were pretty focused. They knew the previous week Waikato lost to North Harbour with the goal at the end there to the guy who kicked it, and Harbour got over them. And, that's 2 weeks in a row they've let it flip.
Right.
And they came pretty focused, actually, Hawkes Bay, talking to the boys. And you've got to be these days, especially when you, like Raa mentioned, taking on these slightly bigger unions who have a bit more pull in there. But hey, when you think some of the Hawkes Bay boys play for the Hurricanes, your team, Keithy, they really can play, and they turned it on. And history was shown when I was talking to Ash, they've never really won that much up here in Hamilton.
Yes, never. I don't think they ever have.
Yeah,
I don't think they've ever have one in Hamilton. So, great stuff. And it was interesting because Ash Dixon, when he was being interviewed at the end of the game, boy, he was huffing and puffing like anything, bro, because he was just, he had given almost everything. There was hardly any energy left for him to talk in that particular interview, eh, bro?
Oh, totally. You can see how much he gave. He always gives every time. It doesn't matter who he's playing for. He just goes and gives 100%. And we saw that, as you said in the interview. He was bugging, mate.
Oh.
He was stuffed. It was quite hard, too, because I was sitting there having a good catch-up with some of those boys, and here I am eating bacon, eggs, baked beans and everything, sausages, and they stuck to their yogurt and their fruit.
Right.
I was thinking, what a stink breakfast you fellas had. But, hey, it paid off at the end.
It did. Hawkes Bay, of course, they're leading in the championship, and what a great win against them. Tasman, though, they've been going pretty well, but I don't know if this is correct, because I know I didn't watch the game last night, but I don't know if this is correct. Northland 42, Canterbury 0. Is that what you're reading there too? Because I'm not even sure of that. That doesn't seem right, does it? 42-0 Northland versus Canterbury.
I think it's the other way around, Keithy.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because that is quite a big score in particular to fit up against Canterbury now for like Canterbury minus the All Blacks.
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking.
They're still quite a competitive side. Hey, can I just go back to that Hawkes Bay match? I didn't realise that as a footnote in schoolboy rugby. Is it Hastings Boys High? I think they're one of the top first teams. We always talk about Gisborne Boys High, the neighbours being sort of
yes,
up there.
Hawkes Bay,
I didn't realise that, that's a hotbed of rugby talent as well down there in the Hawkes Bay. So no surprise that a lot of those players, do get picked up for the Magpie team.
Well, not just the Magpie team, but they also get picked up historically from a lot of other teams around the country as well. Hey, we're going to go to a break. We'll be back with more Full-Time right after this. On behalf of the Full-Timers, I would just like to say big thanks to Joachim Currid, who brings us our music intro. Check him out on joachimcurrid.com. He's also on YouTube, Twitter, SoundCloud, Bandcamp, Spotify, Instagram, and follow him on Facebook. Another big thanks goes out to Silent Partner, who brings us our outro. Check out their music on YouTube. And also thanks must go to the Polish Ambassador for the backing music for this promo. Check out the Polish Ambassador on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, Beatport, Instagram, Twitter, and on his website, thepolishambassador.com.
You're listening to a podcast produced by Tūrangi FM #1 iwi radio station in Aotearoa. We play each full-time session on Tūrangi FM Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. You can listen in live on our Tūrangi FM media page. Just click the main Tūrangi FM logo to tune in online. Or if you're in the Gisborne area, we're on the radio frequencies 91.7, 95.7 and 98.1. Also check out the Full-Time Facebook page where you can listen to the podcast again. Make comments and click links that will lead you to other ways to listen to the podcast, such as Spreaker, iTunes, SoundCloud, Twitter, YouTube, Podchaser and Tumblr. Right, let's get back to the Fools on Full-Time.
As we bring you our second session here on Full Time. Want to send another shout out, of course, going out to our sponsors, Racecraft Motors. They're down there on Grey Street. Want to also send a big kia ora, a big mihi going out to all of the winners. In fact, all of those participants that were part of the Waiata Awards down there in Hawkes Bay last night. Of course, we aired it on Tūrangi FM last night, and a big congratulations has got to go out to, in particular to the winners, but to all of those that took part of the event, which is something awesome to, I suppose, kind of end off Te Wiki o Te Reo Maori. Hey, Raa.
Oh, indeed, Keithy, and as we know, there's a lot of talented Māori musicians around, always will be, always has been, and it's good that they are getting recognised, and even more so with the spread of our Māori waiata to mainstream media. I mean, just like our New Zealand history has been sort of made compulsory, I think that slow transition to hear a lot more of it is slowly coming again, so good to see.
One of the things that I've noticed watching TV, and I guess, and listening to mainstream radio, which I do from time to time, and I guess you'll probably find this too, Reno, is that a lot of the radio announcers tend to try a lot harder in pronouncing the place names correctly, or just like to put a bit of te reo on the airwaves for them, or on TV. They've also got some of the translations of the Pākehā language into te reo with some of their ads and stuff like that. Thing is, it only happens for a week, Reno?
Yeah, totally right, mate. I've always put out the wheel and the challenge. It's good to hear people having a go and giving it a go and trying to pronounce it. Even if they say Waikato, they still say Waikato.
Yeah.
But, it's all about having a go. Kia kaha Te Reo Maori, it's keeping it strong. I want them to do more than just 1 week.
Yes.
We've got 51 other weeks of the year. Have a go pronouncing those name places in your area, around any area. Just keep it going. Not just 1 week. And I see it on the TV, like you say, 1 week, and they hammer it hard out.
Yes.
The release of the Waiata Māori Anthem album.
Yes.
Mainstream radio, we know for a fact they ain't going to touch it. Iwi radio will.
Yeah.
If not play the whole album every single day, if they could. We'll play forever and ever and ever. So, get out there and support it. Te Wiki o Te Reo Maori. But my word to you, my challenge is keep it going every week.
Absolutely. We've been thrashing that Waiata anthem since it's been released there, Reno. And tell you what, I very much doubt that's been happening on mainstream, bro?
No, totally. Look, I came back from Auckland and I heard the announcement on the mainstream radio talking about the brand new 660 song, which was definitely not the Te Reo version of Don't Forget My Roots and such. Yeah. So, they're not going to touch it, mate. That's just the way it is. And they'll get the credit for it, but surely they start talking about it on the radio and having the promos and giving it all away.
Yeah.
Every radio won't get the credit or the recognition. Look, Keithy, don't you blooming throw out that fishing rod and start me off. We love our Te Reo Maori. We love our waiata. We love speaking on the radio, and to the 21 iwi stations throughout the motu. They give so much 24/7 in regards to the revitalisation of the language, whether it's been